Two players that no doubt will go on to have a huge impact for Chelsea this season. Now, here are the stats for the game. Now, take a look at the bottom where it says yellow cards. There were 14 yellow cards given across the 90 minutes between Bournemouth and Chelsea, which is a new Premier League record for a single game. And it beats the previous record of 12 that were given between Chelsea and Spurs back in 2016, and a certain Gary Cahill was part of that side. Now, my question to you is, were you given a yellow card?
No, I was a good boy on that day.
Well done.
Yeah, but it was very feisty, the game, to say the least.
And you scored, didn't you?
I did score. I'd scored the first goal, yeah, which was kind of overshadowed by Eden Hazard's wonder strike to level it up, so not many people know I actually scored, so thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, well, do you know what? The only thing is, you were involved in a lot of those sort of games, especially with the derbies. They were feisty and fiery fixtures. That didn't have that same feel. I was quite surprised, actually, to see 14 yellow cards at the end.
Me too. It didn't seem that way, did it?
No.
Did it to you?
No. No, it was it didn't seem like it had a lot of that competitive nature. Yes, both teams wanted to win. I think there was a few cynical fouls. I think the referee felt he had to bring it back. There was a couple of moments of pushing and shoving in the middle of the pitch, but yeah, I never felt it was that kind of game. But so that was a surprise. It just seemed like it was a game that was crying out to be won by one of the teams, a team who could raise the game, show a moment of quality in the penalty area. Bournemouth got to the final third and just lacked that crucial moment. Chelsea found one.
They did. Let's talk about it. And Nkunku with the goal, 7 minutes after coming on. We've got to praise Maresca for his subs because Sancho was involved here as well.
Yeah, and like Leon said, that's where the squad comes in handy, you know, to bring on two players of the calibre of these two. We spoke about Sancho, his impact in the second half. Great ball in, and I think Nkunku, I'm not sure how much he knew about the turn, to be honest. It's almost like his momentum and determination got him on the end of that. Used his body really well, very strong, and got the decisive goal. But again, Sancho positive, wasn't he? He was really positive in the second half.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I think what Sancho brought is that he went both ways. Sometimes he went on the outside, sometimes he came inside, and if you do that, then it makes it more difficult defenders. That gap opened up brilliantly for the ball into Nkunku, and I think he showed a real surprising bit of strength here. I mean, a little moment where I'm not quite sure he knew where it was, but that doesn't matter. He reacted so quick. He shrugged the defender off, and then we're starting to recognise this trademark celebration, which I'm sure Chelsea fans will love to keep on seeing. Very
different. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, apparently his son likes balloons, so let's, from a Chelsea point of view, hopefully we see that many more times this season.
Expectation on him. And as you said, he did actually have a really good second half.
Yeah, and, you know, his interview after the game was really good as well. He was thanking the staff, he was thanking his teammates, because he seems to already feel very settled. I've not seen him talk like that in the last couple of seasons about how happy he is and thankful that they've made him feel so comfortable. And a player of that quality that feels comfortable will give you this kind of performance. And he looks like he might have found his home. He might have found the place where he's meant to be playing football, because this is the Jadon Sancho that we all know he's capable of being, the one that lit up his time in Dortmund the first time, certainly. And I'm not sure we've seen it enough since, but he sparkled at times. He drew defenders in, he showed quality, he wanted the ball, he was hungry, and he created a number of chances in the game. And if you've got a player like that who can do this, he's a real bright spark for your club.
Yeah, of course he is. And in tight moments in games, you need somebody to kind of unlock something, be positive, change your game. And many times this season it's been Cole Palmer. It wasn't really his night tonight. Sancho's come on and he's done that. He asked questions, like we said earlier, very positive. But we're talking about a young man at 24 years of age, but his vast experience for his young age. You know, over 100 appearances, for Dortmund, is it? Played in the Champions League, 23 caps for England. And this is an experienced player. So a great addition for the Chelsea squad.
An awful lot of competition for his spot as well. I mean, there's like 50,000 players that could play in that position. So I guess he is going to have to deliver at the highest level if he's going to retain that position.
Yeah, they all do. I mean, you saw very quickly, you know, Neto didn't have the best of first halves. You know, it used to be the manager would say, well, you know, go out there and give you 10 or 15 minutes of the second half to spark you to life. But no, when you've got that many options on the substitutes bench, real quality, you've had 45 minutes, off you come. And if the Chelsea players know that, then they know right from the first whistle, they've got to leave it all out there. There's no point in saving your legs for the second half. There's no point in giving anything but 100%. And, you know, I think you'll start to see real sparkling performances right from the first whistle from these Chelsea wingers, because they'll know they have to be at their very best. And that'll be good. That'll give the likes of Cole Palmer somebody else to take the weight of expectation off his shoulders. You saw, as Gary said, it wasn't Cole Palmer's night, but somebody else stepped up. Jadon Sancho come on and claimed man of the match. So, it's terrific for Chelsea.
But that is the pressure of being at a big club. There's competition, there's people that are itching to play. And like we've just said, the squad that Chelsea have now, there's people queuing up to play. So when you get that opportunity, you need to keep hold of that shirt. And I'm sure that's what the lads will be feeling at this moment in time.
But also, if you think about with Chelsea, the fact that there are so many players and so much competition for places, they all have to make sure that they're continuously at their best. It's quite difficult. It must be very, very difficult.
Yeah, but that's what you want. That's what you want from yourself. That's what you want from your teammates. I don't want Gary thinking he played well last week, so he can have a week off this week. To be at the top, you have to perform to your best week in, week out. You have to get a level of performance. Now, in the final third, I didn't think Chelsea had that throughout the game tonight, but they showed in the crucial moment that they could bring somebody off the substitute bench to provide that. And as I said before, I think that can be the type of performance to build on. A clean sheet away from home, a late winner when they weren't at their best, but suddenly you start turning thinking, I can rely on my teammates here. I know he's going to be able to dig in like I can dig in. He's going to show quality by getting the ball in the right moments. And I think that's a positive.
Chelsea, but the most important thing is the 3 points. They managed to collect the entire 3 points. Last minute goal, not really last minute goal, but 9-minute goal by Nkunku after a very, very difficult match, which could have gone either way. So far, they have collected 7 points from 4 games, which is not bad. Remember, they lost their first game against Manchester City, so there is no shame losing to the champions, one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. And then they dropped points in their last game against Crystal Palace, but they should have won that game if you consider the performance they put on in that particular match. But that's football for you. Tonight, they found it difficult to get going, especially in the first half. Bournemouth went after them and could have scored, missed the penalty, and they held on to go into the second half level 0-0, and then came back in the second half, made a couple of substitutions, and then took the game to Bournemouth, and then created a lot of chances. Also, debut for man of the moment, Jadon Sancho, who came in immediately before the kickoff of the second half. He came in the second half, played the entire 45 minutes, and then collected the man of the match award. He was immense. Now let's put it this way: Manchester United's loss is Chelsea's gain, because based on the performance that he dropped in the last 45 minutes of this game, he's gonna be a problem in this league, because it seems like he's comfortable with the way Chelsea play, and he's going to be one of their best players. He's going to be one of their key players this season. He came in for Neto and looked outstanding. So which means going forward, if he continues this way, he's probably going to be a starter and Neto are going to be a backup or something like that. So great performance by Chelsea in the second half. Forget the first half. I mean, they were better in the first half. Let's put it that way. Dominated physically, by Bournemouth. They were dominated. They couldn't get close to Bournemouth. It was like men against boys at times. But they were lucky, not to be behind in that first half. And then made little tweaks, personnel-wise in the second half, and then got themselves into the game and fortunately won the game via another substitute, Christopher Nkunku. So now this is another guy that everybody was looking forward to seeing this season. Even last season that he got a lot of injuries, and then this season everybody thought, okay, now that he's fit, he's gonna start because he's one hell of a finisher, one hell of a footballer. Unfortunately, he has not been able to start a game. He only started a game against Man City in the first game and never started again, except the Europa Conference League games against Servette. But he made a statement this evening, because if Jackson got that chance, he was never going to score that goal. But Nkunku is a deadly finisher, and he's a lot stronger than Jackson in those situations. Technically, very brilliant. I mean, a cool, calm, calculated, good striker of the ball, good finisher ultimately. And he converted to give Chelsea the well-needed 3 points to take back to London. So who knows what's going to happen in their next game, if he's going to start or if Jackson will continue to start as the leading marksman. Time will tell. But huge 3 points for the team in blue, the Chelsea.